Hi, everyone. Thanks for this episode of Nick Egan Times. On this episode, we have an incredible guest. We have Amber. Amber, who is an Australian OnlyFans and social media star. Amber is a gorgeous, all-natural, flame-haired 22-year-old from Brisbane, Australia, who has already achieved great heights in her young career to date. Amber has a massive following on her OnlyFans and social media channels and has raked in over $500,000 in under a year. Amber has said, OnlyFans gives me the freedom to live my life exactly as I please, said Amber. I can work whenever I want, and I always have a consistent income. It's an amazing feeling to be able to book a cruise 1 week before the trip just because I'm bored. Welcome, Amber, and thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
You're really welcome. How's it all been going up there?
Really good. I think it's rainy today, but I love rainy days.
They're nice and relaxing.
Yeah.
And how was your summer?
Summer was good. I was in New Caledonia and I was also in Bali in America.
Wow, living the dream. Incredible.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's jump straight into it. All right, take me back. Tell me about what life was like growing up for you and being in Brisbane.
Life was good. I have a fairly big family. I have three siblings. We all went to a private school. I then changed schools and I dropped out of school. I never really wanted to do university or anything like that. I wasn't really sure where my life would go, but I guess it eventually came here.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. And tell me how did you get into the profession and how did this all, I guess, come about?
I don't know. I think it was just one of those things that you see people do well and you start just because you can. You can just start it at any point and you think, oh, I'll make like a few dollars on the side here and there. But then it blew up and it went crazy really, really fast. And now I'm here.
Wow, that's incredible. Um, and what does a day look like for you?
A day, it's honestly a slow start. I'm not a morning person at all. I'll sleep in all morning until my dog wakes me up. I'll have a coffee. I like to jump on my site first. I like to see who's messaged me. I'm generally messaging all day, every day, because it's the main part of my income is texting people. And then I might shoot a video. I might do TikToks, depending on what the day is. I like to do a list with a little to-do list just to tell me exactly what I need to do that day. But I feel like it's different every day. There's never a set thing to do. You just kind of have to go with the flow.
Fantastic. And how easy is it to do content? Tell me what the process is like that. How hard is it?
To film a video, it can honestly be very hard. Like some people want a very specific thing with a specific script. And me personally, I'm not good at remembering scripts. So sometimes it can take a few cuts, a few like tries. Sometimes you'll do a whole video and your camera will have the wrong setting and you have to reshoot it. But sometimes it will be easy. Some days it'll be harder.
Tremendous. And is it always relating to what I guess the fans want, or are you, I guess, coming up with ideas regularly too for new content?
It's half and half because some days you'll have a lot of requests, a lot of specific things that people want. Other days it'll be very quiet and you have to use your brain and figure out things that you haven't done before or things that you've seen other people try that you haven't yet.
Yeah, cool. And what's the industry like? For somebody, well, actually, even better, what advice would you give someone that was, I guess, wanting to go down the route you have and start? How hard is it, and what advice would you give them?
I think I would just say do what you're never push your own boundaries. Do what you're comfortable with. And if you're happy with yourself, it doesn't matter what other people think. It's very you're in this life on your own. So you need to impress yourself and yourself only.
Great. And what's the have you had any mentors, or have you had like do you know, I guess, other people within the industry as well? Like, are you guys friends? What's that like?
Yeah, I feel like it's a very social industry. You obviously need to work with a lot of people and talk to a lot of people. And I guess while you're working with other people, you do a lot of networking. So I definitely say that I've had a lot of help from other girls, but I also think that I run a lot of my pages very differently to other people. So I've done a lot of work on my own as well.
Yeah, cool. And what inspires you daily?
What inspires me? Um, I guess you could say competition. I'm a competitive person. I love to see other people do well, but as soon as I see someone else doing really, really well, like it makes me want that. It makes me want to do that well.
Great. And do you get at all, I guess being out there, do you ever get anxious or intimidated by that?
Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm very confident in what I post and how I portray myself online. So I feel like it's not something that really upsets me or makes me anxious.
Cool. And do you get shy or anything when you're doing it or like talking about it? Like, does that ever make you feel
At
uncomfortable or
the
anything like that?
at the start, I was definitely very shy, but I've opened up. I've always been a very open person sexually. I've been happy to talk about anything like that since I was quite young. Like, I've never been shy of that part, but like working with other girls and like opening up to other girls was definitely a big startle for me. And I'm a very shy person. So I think it's forced me to kind of come out of my shell and talk to people more.
Wonderful. And tell me, you're making incredible money between 10 to 20K a week. Like, that's just ridiculous. I'm in the wrong industry, obviously. Tell me about that. And Jesus, that's amazing hitting your bank account like that. That's just, yeah, it's incredible.
It's insane. Like I feel like it's a joke. Like it seems like a video game and it's fake money and it's play money and sometimes I don't realize that it's really there, but it's in a bank account. You don't see the money. So it doesn't seem like it's actually yours or like it's real, but it's very crazy. It's not something I ever expected.
Yeah, you should be very proud of yourself. You're doing amazing. Um, what are you planning on doing with the money? Real estate, anything like that?
I love real estate. I want to invest in as much real estate as I can. I actually studied my real estate license and I hated it. It was so boring. It was just more banking than real estate. So then after I started earning money, I very quickly realized that I could still be in the real estate game, just maybe buying instead of selling.
Yeah, wonderful. And where do you see your, I guess, future? Like, obviously, what you're doing now. Where do you see this going? Where do you see yourself in the future?
Basically, I never want to work a real job. I feel like this job is very financially stable, whereas if I spend my money smartly, I can set myself up for life and live off of property or investments and just have a very happy, relaxed life.
Wonderful. And what do you like to do aside from, I guess, the social media and the OnlyFans and all the content? What do you like? What do you like to do? What are your interests and passions and I suppose hobbies that you like to do aside from this?
I would say I love houses. If that counts as a hobby, my like daily routine is always to pop on realestate.com and look at the new houses and see what's like new to the market, find my favorite ones, and then I just pretend like I'm buying it already. And then I'll like fix it up in my head. Other than that, I love playing with my dog. My dog's my best friend in the whole world. So I like taking her to the park and talking to the old ladies there.
Really nice. And do your family and friends know what you do?
Yeah, I've been very open about it. I feel like I'm very fortunate that I come from a very supportive family. I know other people don't, but it's definitely made it a lot easier for me and easier to be open about what I'm doing.
Yeah, great. And I suppose you're only young yourself, but if you could go back in time, say you're 18 again, and you could change anything, what would you change?
I don't think I would change anything just because I think everything that's happened in my life has led me to where I am today. And I'm scared if I was ever to change like one little thing, I might not have ended up here. Like, I'm sure we all have mistakes and things that we wish we didn't do, but I feel like that's what you learn from. And that's how you get yourself to where you are.
Yeah, that's great. I definitely couldn't agree more. Um, and do you collaborate with anyone else too with your content, or is it just solely yourself?
Yeah, I collaborate with a lot of my friends down from the Gold Coast or Brisbane. We're lucky that we have so many girls working down here. So there's plenty of people to work with.
Yeah, really good, really good. And what other insights, or I guess people that would be really interested in obviously this, what insights could you share that people might not know about the industry or what you do?
I don't know. I feel like you just have to do your research and you have to make sure that you're confident within yourself. Like it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There's going to be nasty comments. There's going to be people who disagree with what you're doing. And I think coming into this, you just need to understand both sides of the industry and not just think of the money.
Yeah, that's great. That's really good. Yeah, Amber, thanks for coming on the podcast. I do appreciate it. You know, it's incredible. You should be extremely proud. You know, you're killing it with the financial side of things too. Yeah. So thanks for coming on. It's been incredible.
No, thank you so much for having me.
You're really welcome.